Hi again, this is Harsh speaking here. My topic today is mainly to talk about the situation when possibly you have interacted with a person who is positive. I'll also later on be addressing the situation if you are tested and your results come back positive. Let's start with the first one. That one of having interacted with a person who is positive. In that case, we don't all have to go test, especially if we are not sick or especially if there are no symptoms. That's what the doctors and the health professionals are advising us. Because, for example, if all of us who have interacted with a positive person in one way or another and found that that person is positive and we have interacted with him or her, and then all of us in that situation want to go and test. Ultimately, just imagine if all South Africans can at one stage, at one point, go all of us and test. We are just going to clog the system. And unfortunately, all those people who are critically sick, who need results urgently, they won't be able to get those results as quick as possible. It might ultimately even take them 4 days, 5 days for them to get results, because all of us, even those who don't need to be tested, are going out to test. So that is what we need to be aware of. We don't all of us have to go test, but if you have interacted with a person whom you suspect is positive or was later declared to be positive, what you are being advised to do, and which is what you should do as South Africans to assist the system. Let's stay at home. Let's isolate and quarantine ourselves for 14 days, especially if there are no symptoms. Let's remain calm and stay at home whilst we watch ourselves for symptoms. If it happens that there are no symptoms, there is no reason for us to go test. Let's stay at home for 14 days and quarantine ourselves. But in case during the course of your quarantine, you feel that there is something wrong, that is when then you can go and test yourself. But there's no reason for us, all of us, even when we are healthy, even when we've interacted with positive people and there are no symptoms, to go rush and test, because if we do that, we will be clogging the system. So all those critical cases that need urgent results after testing, they won't get their cases soon. And even the health workers, because health workers, the frontliners, they need to be prioritized in terms of those tests. So even then, their tests will be delayed. So the best way is to remain at home, keep calm, and check ourselves as we are quarantining ourselves. Check whether there are any symptoms that are coming. If there are symptoms, it's then that you can go and test, and at the same time follow those instructions as given by the health practitioners. That's my first part. The second part that I want to address, it is in the case or in the situation when you find yourself having tested positive. What is it that we must do? In that case, the first critical thing that I want us to observe is to stay calm. Don't panic. Just remain calm. Don't panic. Don't start thinking that COVID-19 is a death sentence. It is not. Our attitude will help us a long way in dealing with that status. COVID-19 is not a death sentence, but we need to adopt a very positive attitude, keep calm and not panic. That's what we need to do. And as those results come, then let's go stay at home according to what the health professionals are advising us. Hari duleng hai, South Africans. Masihlaleni emakhaya. Let's quarantine ourselves. And as we are quarantining ourselves, let's do everything the health professionals are advising us to do. Let's remain at home. Let's exercise. Let's take all those medications that we need to take. For example, if you are taking a chronic disease, a chronic treatment for something else, continue to take those chronic tablets or chronic medication for all those comorbidities. Let's be religious in doing that. Let's not abscond. Let's take those chronic medications and also follow all the instructions according to what health professionals are advising us to do. In that case, we will be okay. I also want to indicate that where I'm staying, our first positive corona case was a person who was suffering from asthma. And that person managed to recover. He is well as we speak. So that is also an indication that even if we have comorbidities or there are some chronic diseases or sicknesses that we are taking chronic medication for, we can still survive coronavirus. Especially if we keep calm, because our attitude also counts. Our attitude will also take us a long way on how to deal with this kind of a virus that we are faced with. I want to advise and to urge you that it is not a death sentence. I want to encourage you that even if you have a comorbidity, it does not mean to say you are obviously going to die. That is not the situation. Let's just keep calm. Let us take our medication and do everything according to what the health professionals are advising us to do. South Africans, the situation is not as difficult as we see it, but it really needs us to step up to the plate and focus on this kind of virus that we are faced with. But what I'm sure of, based on our resilience and our courage and our determination as a nation, I am very much sure that South Africans, we can beat this thing. Thank you. I would like you and request you, after watching the video, to like it, to subscribe, to comment, just drop off your comment, and also to share the video with your friends and family. It might be of assistance to a number of people, so kindly share it. Thank you very much.